Right, good morning everyone. Now I've taken off the clips and I'm just preparing the board for what I want to do with it. Now taking a knife on the wooded sections, I'm just going to scrape some of these bits away so it looks like it's worn. And you just scrape away whatever you don't want it. Like that. Because it's supposed to be wood, you can just make it look how you want. I'm going to chip away a little bit there. Maybe chip some off here. Rough it up a little bit here. Now, regarding the door, like I said, I'm gonna put a porch on it, I think. I'm just gonna take some of these bits out. Remember, I glued this yesterday, so it's going to be a little bit harder to do. But I need to make the wood look worn as well. But then the colouring will come into effect then. I'll have to make sure that the colours are right in the right places. Okay, so we've got that. Now, that's going to look pretty much dilapidated, isn't it? I think I need to take out I think I need to break some of this up. So just do that, and I'm going to take some of the window out like it's been broken. Remember, I've laid it so I can, and then when I paint it I can make it look like it is part of the window that's missing, like a broken window. So that's broken there. I think we'll have a little bit of the bottom one here broken. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is to take that portion out there, so it looks like, in fact we can leave that hanging, so it looks like it's hanging down. Maybe we can do one with this as well. Take that bit out like it's missing, and do that, and take some of the window panes out. That's it. See, like that? And that's going to look dilapidated, isn't it? And I think that's going to look great. The only thing I want to do is, it's like there's going to be like a white plaster looking over it. And I'm going to do that with paint, but I want some bricks that are showing through, like stonework underneath. So out of this piece that I did yesterday, this strip, I'm just going to cut little bricks, little stonework, different sizes. And I know they look like bricks, but I'm going to make them look like stone. I'll do a few smaller ones. A tedious job, yes, I know, but worth it. So you just shape them so they're going to look like stonework. See, like little bits of stone. So I'll be back when I've done that. You just misshape them. Okay, so we've now got these, so I'm going to put these in place, and hopefully, let me just get my glue to open. I'm just going to take a little bit of board and use a toothpick. Just to glue that bit on. And I think we'll just put one there. Slot them in place. And you just work around the house until you're satisfied. Just one there, because I just felt I didn't want two and two, do you know what I mean? You've just got to mix and match them a little bit. Yeah, I'm not doing any more. I don't need to do any more. That's going to be enough. The rest of it's just going to be like a plaster. Okay, so I'm just going to shift this out the way. Just adding my glue back. I don't waste it. So I think I'm going to leave that so it's hanging down. And I think what we need to start and do now, let me just sort this out, I think. No, I'm alright with that actually. Right, so what we're going to do next are the tiles for the roof. Now, I just need to cut some strips. How wide is that? Okay. These should be wide enough. I can damage them later if I want them to look a bit rougher. But you're not really going to see much of these. So I could have just kept that out, couldn't I? You silly fool, Fiona. Get that back. Put your glue back on it, mate. The thing is with these, because I've cut them like that, now I just need to bend them, which will make them look destroyed anyway. Just put that on there first. And we start by doing that. I'll just damage them. Just bend them like that, just shape them. Add glue to one side, to the back, and then to the front, to the top there. And then we can just stick them on where we want them to be. And then we do the opposite side. You see what we've got? Like that, that's fine. I'm happy with that. We can trim all of that down later on. Now I did have my little brush yesterday. I've got it here. That I used. I'm just going to use the same brush again. Pop some glue out. Because what I want to do now is to seal all of this in. Because this bit, although I could cut all of that off and just use that as the backing, I don't know yet. I don't know, I might do actually. Do I want to? Don't know, let me just see. I suppose I could. Say, we don't waste bits because they can all come in handy for little bricks. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that, to be honest, for now. But that now, oops, that now has to go on to the backing board that I've done. That one. Was it that one? No, it wasn't, was it? Silly old thing. This one, because it's longer, isn't it? It's going to need to hang. But I need some at the bottom because I'm going to be putting little plinths on. The other thing I was going to do is, I might do it. I might just do it. Hang on. I might just do this. Let me just work this out. So I want it to be as authentic as possible. So I might just take this section out. And I'll tell you for why. I want to have in there like an old, I have to cut all of this right. Let me just see. So if I do that, okay, you know, like an old window box on it, and we'll have some dead flowers on it or something like that. Well, that's typical, isn't it? I cut that and it went straight onto the glue. The more it looks wibbly wobbly, the better. Actually, that's not quite long enough, so just to make it a bigger piece. It's going to have draping flowers on it anyway, or dead flowers, should I say. So I am not really fussed about any of it. Actually, I quite like the way that looks like it's caving in. Do you know what? I'm going to have it like that, like it's come off. Yeah, I'm going to have it like that. That would be more fitting. Like it's dropped off. And we'll do that like a blue box. So yeah. Definitely make sure that's how I want it. Oh, what's coming off? Let's make sure we get a bit of glue in there. I'll do. Put a little bit over the stonework, I think. It just makes it look like it's gritty. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I like the way that's coming off. And do you know what? I'm actually going to damage it a bit more. So I'm going to take off. So it looks like it's broken, just like that. And let's take a chip out of it. I maybe don't even have to do that. It just has to look like it's dilapidated. See, it looks lacquered. Yeah. Rightio. So now what I've got to do is just put a door handle on it. Now, I wanted to do it using these. So let's have a look. Using the skewers to build that up. I think not too much. Yeah, now I'll have to cut that a bit more. Now I've got to let all of that dry. I've got to make like a light or a bell coming off of there. Right, as you can see, I've started to paint it black. Now, I didn't want to film all of it because you don't need to see me painting anything just black. But I'm just doing everything the same colour. And then we will build on the colours from there. Right, we'll get back to it. Sorry, the camera was overloaded and I had to empty some film off it. We do have to be careful when we're painting this, everything as it should be. So I'm just going to leave that to dry, and I'm going to be back with part 3. But I want that to dry naturally, you see. And I hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. See you in part 3.